name is Latasha Nesbitt, and one of my nicknames is Tasha or Dr. Nez. I am excited that you had the opportunity to click on this video, or you chose to click on this video. I am so excited about this opportunity to share some of my experience in hopes that you can gain more. Who am I? I'm born and raised in Chicago, Illinois, South Side, and I transitioned to Los Angeles about 3 years ago with my husband and my 2 children, and it was one of the best moves we ever made. Professionally, I speak for a living. Along with my husband, we traverse the country sharing the gospel of Jesus Christ, and also professionally, I help people write books. I've done so for over a decade, and I enjoy this whole process of having a concept actually take legs and walk and turn into a tangible result. A manifested idea turns into a book. I enjoy that process. I am so excited to help clients go through the process, the toiling and the blood, sweat, and tears in so many ways to create. I love it. I'm great at it, and I just enjoy help people doing it. However, about 3 months ago, I was beckoned by the Lord to actually write my own book. And actually about 4 years ago, I got this idea, this concept to write about this whole idea of molestation. And I was like, oh, okay. I got the title about the whole book. I just was thinking about it in detail, started writing down some ideas in 2016 and sharing some of my own experiences. And then I just stopped and I started working on prettier books. I said, what about if I do something on transition? What about if I do something, a cute title called The Dynamics of Discipline? And God said, no. This is something I've given you to do. Go ahead and do it. And just this past November 2019, I shut down everything for about 2.5 months. I got off social media, had my family and friends just praying for me, but just leaving me alone so I can get this job done. And this book about molestation, it actually went to the editor a few weeks ago, so I'm excited. Now I am excited that the hard part is done. Actually reliving some experiences, sharing some experiences that I shared for the very first time. And so I'm excited that process is done. But what I'm doing while I'm here, I want to create it. It's more than a book. I believe this whole idea is a movement, and I want to create a community and a cadre of people to heal with together. This whole idea of molestation, when I begin to research and look at the definition of what it means to be molested, it means to be bothered, to be intercepted. And while molestation is a physical act that violates a person, a boy or girl, it's more than that. It's more than that experience that happened that night or that morning in that car, in that bed, in that couch or wherever. It's if it was just that, an encounter, many of us will go on and live fruitful lives without the weight of what happened. But there's a weight that many of us have endured that has largely to do with molestation. But because not a lot of people are talking about it, it's not a safe conversation to have. We really can explore and delve into the ways it has impacted us. So I write this book called Molested by the Respected, and I do so not from a clinical standpoint. While I do have a PhD and I value higher education and I value the study of the mind, when I'm approaching this book, I'm doing so more of from a qualitative or an experiential perspective. So I'm sharing some of my own experiences and also sharing some nuggets or some pieces of wisdom. There are 6 areas that I talk about in this book, and I call them the mark of molestation. And there are 6 areas that I talk about and how molestation can mark you in this way, in this way, in this way. One of the ways that I really love talking about it, molestation has the power to isolate you. And many of you that have experienced molestation, you think that you're the only one, that this has never happened to somebody to the degree that it happened to you. It has the possibility and the capability of cornering you into a corner where you soak in shame and condemnation and all of those things. But in the research for this book, I learned that there are so many people, particularly celebrities, and not just women, but men who have endured molestation. The stats say 1 in 5 girls have been molested. 1 in 5 boys have been molested, and 1 in 3 girls have been molested. But when I look at stories like the artist, the rapper Common Sense, I look at stories like Keon Doolin, who's an NBA star, who has a fascinating story. I look at people like Tyler Perry, director, producer, artist, Tyler Perry. I look at people like Oprah Winfrey, Maya Angelou, Vanessa Williams, Tisha Campbell. I mean, you name it, the list is completely endless. And it's just amazing that a lot of people haven't taken the time to talk about, their personal experiences. Just recently, a few years back when the whole Me Too movement came out, women have started talking about and sharing their stories about things that happened to them in the workplace. And it led me to think about why I called the book Molested by the Respected. Many people who are in positions of authority, whether it be pastors, whether it be coaches and mentors, have taken their authority and violated various individuals. And this is the time and the season that many of you have to come forward. And while many of you have dealt with, repenting and, going to God and getting his sincere, apologizing to God, there are many apologies that need to be given to those very people that you've, violated. There are some notes that need to be written. There are some texts that should be sent. There are some emails that need to go out. And really where you can become a part of this community of wholeness. There are some people that you can help get whole. So in this community, we're going to be talking about it. I'm going to be doing interviews and just really sharing stories and different avenues on, how, we've been impacted, and we're going to heal together. I'm excited to share some experiences. For the very first time, I was molested a few times in my childhood, but particularly my collegiate days, that opened the door for some things that I didn't know had hindered me, but impacted my personality, impacted my attitude and my way of being. But in this book, I'm going to be sharing candidly about ways that we can heal individually, ways we can heal collectively. And maybe, you didn't get molested. Maybe it didn't happen to you, but maybe it happened to your husband. Maybe it happened to your child. Maybe it happened to your cousin or your mother, Getting this book and really delving in this community, really you can help them heal and really come into a safe space where we can talk and chat and really heal together. So I'm excited about this opportunity. I've gone on and on. I'm going to have a Facebook page, and I'm going to put that in the next slide. A Facebook page, an Instagram page, and then a website will accompany this book, will accompany this community, and will accompany this community. We've been molested, but we're invested in healing strong. Peace.